So the LGBT plus community strand has been running for about over 3 years now. It started from a very kind of academic scoping perspective, understanding who was doing any real work on it in the sector, and has kind of very much come to life, particularly over the last year. There was a lot of work around what's often termed as dual allegations. So a lot of the services we were speaking to were saying that there was an over-representation of LGBT plus people being referred as there being dual allegations or mutual abuse. And then when we pulled it back further, it often came down to professionals often not having a lot of experience working with LGBT plus people, and therefore not being confident to ask those questions and have those complex nuanced discussions. So we launched a workforce development program called Dual Allegations last year, which went really well. And that has now kind of very naturally evolved beyond just dual allegations and has become navigating complexities, because what we were seeing in the training room was a lot of professionals who were really passionate about getting it right, but having really complex cases and not really knowing where to start. So we train a lot on things around how is love expressed, how is it used in a way that can be harmful, how do we really understand the ecosystem that this relationship is operating within, and it's like, how do we make resources that fit the people rather than trying to kind of fit people to resources. So I facilitate, I guess the right word would be, an LGBT plus working group. We have invited a range of professionals, so academics, people working for Bio and Front Lines, and some people from perpetrator services who are interested in LGBT plus domestic abuse, and particularly people who harm from LGBT plus communities, to be kind of a sharing forum. It's a really positive space. Most of the Bio and LGBT plus domestic abuse sector attend, and we couldn't do this work without the people on the front line. And I think also it's worth acknowledging that the fact that they feel they can kind of trust us to hold that space is important. It's about the ability to have options, particularly when you have multiple marginalised identities. Specialist services can be a real safe haven for people who do not feel seen or heard by traditional services. But I'm also passionate about, mainstream services being able to meet the needs, because there's not enough specialist services. So much power is stripped away in domestic abuse that actually we should be giving people genuine choice and options so they can decide what's best for them, because we know that victim survivors are experts in their own experience.